Mr. Hoback, please.
Well, thank you, Chair. And again, I'd like to thank the witnesses for coming out this evening and being part of this very important process. You know, what you say does have an impact on how we go through, and the implementation of the budget is a very important matter for Canadians and Canadians as a whole. I come from the province of Saskatchewan, and the province of Saskatchewan in the last 5 years has just gone through tremendous change. It's gone through a tremendous amount of growth. It's seen policies that have created growth. It's the only province in Canada that has balanced its budget. It has a premier that has allowed business to flourish and has encouraged growth, and has actually gone around the world trying to get employees. In fact, he was just over in Ireland trying to get employees out of Ireland to come there, because we need specific trades. We need people to come and fill all the jobs that have been created. And it's amazing when in early 2000s, when I was in Saskatchewan under an NTP government, we've seen families moving out of Saskatchewan. In fact, Mr. Jean probably enjoyed that time of year, because in his riding, everybody that worked there was either from Newfoundland or Saskatchewan. And now I know a lot of the Saskatchewanites are moving back home and joining their families. So I really find it really interesting. And Mr. Weir, I'm going to direct this towards you. Like, you've been quoted as saying that Premier Wall is flattening the fames of Western alienation because he dared to speak out against NDP leader Thomas McClair's attack on Saskatchewan resource sector. I'm just baffled at that, because, first of all, Mr. Wall did not start this debate. It was Mr. McClair. Mr. Wall was just defending Saskatchewan, the growth that's happening in Saskatchewan. And I'd also like to point out the fact that the growth in Saskatchewan has had tremendous spin-off effects right across Canada. So you can't honestly say that we'd be better off without a strong resource sector. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying, and in fact, I'm not sure what this question has to do with the Investment Canada Act or the Omnibus Budget Bill.
Actually, it has a lot to do with your credibility as a witness.
I guess I'm happy to answer it.
It has a lot of credibility as a witness.
Give me a chance to...
Mr. Weir, in 2004, were you not
Give me a chance to respond then. So
well, just a second. I only got 5 minutes, Mr. Weir.
One at a time, please.
Thank you, Ms. Nash.
Mr. Hoback, do you want to just clarify your question?
Well, the reason I'm going there is in 2004, were you not a candidate for the NDP party in Wascana?
Yes, I absolutely was an NDP candidate in the riding of Wascana.
I guess, again, you're talking about transparency.
Your initial question?
One at a time. One at a time.
Yeah, please. And where I'm going with this
Excuse me, we have a point of order.
Really? What does the man's candidacy in 2004 have to do with this? I mean, I implore this committee to consider what is being asked.
Sure, I'll get there.
I'm not sure it's relevant, but it's... go ahead and clarify.
The reason I ask this, Chair, is when we bring witnesses forward, we take them very seriously. And the credibility is very important. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at this witness and I'm saying, this is not a credible witness, because this witness is not necessarily speaking on behalf of the economy. He's speaking on behalf of the NDP party of Canada or the NDP party in Saskatchewan. So how do I take what he tells me and give it credibility when I see garbage in what he's put in previous articles? So when you start talking about the implications in the Budget Implementation Act, how can I stipulate, when I look at your history, you're criticizing Saskatchewan, you're criticizing the Premier of Saskatchewan, you've gone through and you've criticized and blamed Saskatchewan's growth for creating unemployment in Ontario, which is totally false. So how do I take you as being credible when you talk about other aspects of the budget?
So, Mr. Weir, do you
Well,
want
okay, first of all, to go back to your original point, I mean, Mr. Mulcair made some very reasonable observations, which is that this boom in the resource sector has driven up the exchange rate to the detriment of manufacturing and other export industries across the country. The province of Saskatchewan itself has lost 5,000 manufacturing jobs since Premier Wall took office.
Mr. Weir, we've got a point of order. Excuse me, Mr.
Okay.
President.
The thing that has happened in this place is totally unacceptable. The reference to this man's work as being garbage. People who come before this committee deserve due respect. That is absolutely uncalled for, to say that his work is garbage. You don't even know what this man does, and you're characterizing it as garbage. That's blatantly unfair.
Mr. President.
Our Chair. Point of order. First of all, what I'm trying to do is this person's claiming to be an expert witness in a certain specific part of the Budget Implementation Act. I'm looking at that and I'm saying, based on his history and what he said on previous economic issues and how wrong he has been in relevance to Saskatchewan, that he cannot be a credible witness. That is what I'm saying.
Okay, on the same point of order, Mr. Mai and then Mr. Adler.
I think we are at our 65th meeting, and I think I've never heard an attack like we have from Mr. Hoback. I think we have a lot of witnesses who are here. I think the Finance Committee has been very reasonable and always mentioned that I enjoy working here. But to attack someone on a personal level, and where we have witnesses who are here, who came here, who have waited for us to talk about the bill, I think Mr. Hoback is out of order.
Thank you, Mr. Adler.
In order, and it's clear that Mr. Weir has an agenda, and he spoke about transparency and yet wasn't transparent about his past, and the fact of the matter is that Mr. Hoback did not say that his contribution or his work is garbage. What he did say was that those quotes that are attributed to him, which he did not deny, are garbage.
Okay, Mr. Adler, maybe I could just help the discussion along a little bit. I don't believe that this is a genuine point of order. I think it's a point of discussion. I appreciate the comments that have been made. I'd like to caution the members of the committee that we're working long hours and we need to show respect to those people that have given their time to come here, and I think it's fair for us to have a vigorous debate, but I think what you're making is in fact a point of debate. Yes, Mr. Hoback.
I just want to defend myself, Chair. First of all, this is not a personal attack on Mr. Weir. It never will be. I don't do business that way. What I am questioning, though, is his credibility, and I'm actually questioning whether or not he's actually representing the United Steelworkers or if he's representing the NDP party.
I'm going to interrupt and say these are all points of debate. These witnesses have all come here in good faith, and you can disagree with what somebody is presenting, but and debate with him vigorously. But I would leave it at that. Can we move on? I'm saying that this is a point of debate.
I have a question for the chair, though.
Yeah.
There's a list there, Madam Chair.
Yeah, I'm on the list.
I'm sure.
So am I.
Okay, Mr. Sims.
No, I'll stay out of this one for now. Just for now.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
No, we had Mr. Marston.
The only thing I'm going to say at this point, does that mean that every witness that comes before us now, we're going to have to ask them what political party they're associated with, what background, what activity they've done, what's their history, what comments they may have made? I mean, it's taking it to a level that we shouldn't be doing. Why don't we just talk to the witnesses about C-38 and get on with this?
Who else do they have? Mr. Jean?
Thank you. I would like to say in relation to the point of order, Mr. Hoback has 5 minutes to ask questions. This individual has come forward criticizing the government in relation to our budget. My understanding is he was a candidate in 2004 for the NDP, but also he currently holds a position with the NDP either in Saskatchewan or federally, and I think it's a legitimate question to ask whether or not he still holds a position because he's criticizing the government, and he's supposed to be an independent witness, not a member of the NDP criticizing the government. And I think it's a legitimate question. So does he have a current role with the NDP federally or provincially? That's a good question.
Well, I don't know, but let's just get back to the debate, and I just again encourage all members to be respectful. And, sorry, was there someone else who had a comment? Did you have a comment?
I was on a long time ago.
Well, I'm not keeping the list, so the clerk is keeping the list. So you're up next.
I actually wanted to agree with Madam Chair regarding the fact that this is actually a point of debate that's frankly probably gone on far too long. I would like to get back to the study at hand, but I agree wholeheartedly with what Mr. Jean just said. This was a question posed to this witness, interrupted by the NDP, and it was not a point of order, and I believe Mr. Hoback ought to be allowed to continue. This is relevant, completely relevant, because independence of witnesses is essential to making sure that we represent Canadians' interests properly. And so I would suggest, Madam Chair, that Mr. Hoback be given back his time and that we proceed, but that you rule that in fact was not a point of order, and that Mr. Hoback can continue the line of questioning he began.
Well, let me just clarify. The clock stops when the point of order is raised. And I'm going to say again that I have said it's a point of debate and not a point of order. And I would just encourage all committee members to be respectful. And it's fine to make a point on something, but we have to be respectful to the witnesses that have come here. And it's fine to ask them questions and then to let them answer.
Can you inform me how much time is left?
You have a minute and a half.
Minute and a half. Okay, Mr. Weir, have you ever been a member of the NDP party, or are you presently a member of the NDP party?
Yes, I've been a member of the New Democratic Party for 15 years.
United Steelworkers, or are you speaking on behalf of the NDP party?
Well, I mean, as you may be aware, the United Steelworkers Union is itself affiliated to the New Democratic Party. So I mean, it's no secret that I'm a member of the NDP or that I was an NDP candidate in the past. It's not as though you've unearthed some deep, dark secret here.
So when you do policy for United Steelworkers, are you doing policy based on what the NDP want that policy to be, or based on what the United Steelworkers need that policy to be?
Well, I've given you a presentation based on the experience that members of the United Steelworkers have had with foreign takeovers in the Canadian economy.
Okay. I think I'm going to move on, and I think I've proven my point, Madam Chair, that the credibility of this witness is definitely questionable because of his political ties and because of his motives politically in criticizing the budget bill, which the NDP would never vote for anyway. So I think it's very clear in this case, the situation.
Crystal clear.
Actually, I think I'll leave it at there, Madam Chair. I think I've got about 4 or 5 seconds left.